had some chocolate cupcakes left over that were in the freezer from the other week, so I thought I would use them to make some cake truffles for Mother's Day. This is 6 chocolate cupcakes and this weighed just under 300 grams, and this will make 12 cake pop truffles. Once I had crumbled them all up into the bowl, I weighed out about 85 grams of milk chocolate ganache. You can also use buttercream. Ganache definitely gives them more of a truffly texture. And I mixed all that together. I used gloves because this is quite sticky, and I just kept smushing it together until I got a Play-Doh type consistency. I then rolled them out into balls. These balls weighed around 30 grams each, and as I say, I made 12 with a little one left over for taste testing. This is a very important step of the cake truffles. They went in the fridge to firm up for around an hour. This is some milk chocolate, and I've melted it with a little drizzle of vegetable oil because this just makes it easier to coat the truffles with. If you don't add oil, the chocolate can go a little bit thick and gloopy and it can be tricky to work with. A little tip is to add the sprinkles as soon as you've coated it in the chocolate because it does start to set quite quickly and you want those sprinkles to stick to the truffles. You can of course do this with white chocolate, dark chocolate, whatever you want. I just kept rolling them in the chocolate using a teaspoon and making sure they had nice smooth outside. And some I coated with sprinkles and some I left, and you'll see why in a moment. These are great for any time of year. You could make them Easter themed, Christmas themed, whatever you want. I decided to go with pinks and pastels for Mother's Day. I then melted a little bit of white chocolate with some vegetable oil and poured it into a piping bag and snipped a tiny little hole over the end. And then I used this to make a pattern on some of the cake truffles. Again, I had to work quickly and stick some sprinkles to this before it started to set. Once I'd done that, they went back in the fridge just for around 15 minutes to firm up, and I decided to present them in a cupcake box without the insert. This is the middle. You can see it's a really lovely fudgy truffly texture, and I'm not just saying it. Whenever I make these for friends or family, they always say how lovely they are. And here they are presented in the box with some food safe paper. That's 12 chocolate cake truffles, and they are a firm favourite with my family.